Hello, YouTube. Before you join iGenius, I want to talk a little bit about their presence on LinkedIn, or absence of presence, as it were. LinkedIn, of course, is the world's largest business network by their own admission. First, a preface. I'm actually going to reveal the identity of several distributors, all with very public aspects to them in iGenius. Please do not seek them out for whatever reason. They are here for exemplary purposes only. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about LinkedIn, as if you don't know. It began in the living room of Reid Hoffman in 2002 and was officially launched 2003. Unlike the urban legend of startups, this one did not start in a garage, but in the living room, just off the garage. It has grown into the world's largest professional network with a little more than 1 billion members in more than 200 countries worldwide. It is currently owned by Microsoft, which completed its acquisition in 2016, December. So, question for you. If you are an entrepreneur, should you create a presence on LinkedIn? Now, there is a consensus of opinion about this, and it is that no, it's actually not necessary. It just couldn't hurt. However, MLMers who do have an opinion about this say that you should. Is there any reason not to have a LinkedIn presence? Yeah, if you have privacy concerns, it sort of makes sense. So here's the bottom line. If you're looking for work and you've got a really good page and you've set it up properly and there are people who can help you, it's a great idea, right? But even if you're looking for new recruits, because people who are looking for work, MLMers can use this as a prospecting site. Still, having said that, why are there so few MLMers, or I should say, why are there so few members of iGenius on LinkedIn? Well, one former iGenius distributor used to claim repeatedly that he was on every social media platform except LinkedIn and Tinder. And I don't know if he meant that as a joke. I'm still not really sure what he... I wonder why. Why not LinkedIn? Well, let's talk about some other major distributors. Here's the top of the chain. The first master recruiter at iGenius, Rick Robery, he was brought in, of course, when it was Wealth Generators, and he is the author of their first compensation plan. And here is his LinkedIn page. No picture, only 4 connections. I checked, this is actually Rick Robery of iGenius, and it shows him as the CEO of the Cherry Peak Ski Resort, which is true. He started a ski resort. Let's look at another top leader. This is Kane Harriet. Kane is the founder of the distribution group Game Changers. He's been with the group since Wealth Generators. It turns out he was actually one of the key figures who was important in bringing the famous WFAB group from Monate into iGenius, where it subsequently dissolved. And here is Kane's LinkedIn page. Very, very old. 7 connections. Doesn't mention anything about iGenius or anything. Only something called Firma MG, which was some kind of marketing group that he was thinking about making, and it just never really materialized. There's a picture of him on the left. I have verified that this is, in fact, the same Kane Harriet that we're talking about. Here's Rakan Khalifa. Now, this is an important guy in iGenius. With Kane and Anthony, Rakan really is the pin that is holding iGenius together, keeping it from falling apart, especially in the Middle East. Now, from my last video, you may remember that there is some new blood that has been injected from the United States in the form of an unnamed team that has moved over from iBoomerang. More to follow. And here is Rakan's page. Only 103 connections, no posts, and he references something called the T network. This is him. He is basically not using LinkedIn. Now, how about Anthony Napolitano? He actually is the top of the chain in iGenius. Only Rick Robery is above him. And I want to show you Anthony Napolitano's LinkedIn page. That's right, he doesn't have one, and I looked. All right, so what did we learn from this? Um, Whereas LinkedIn is a prospecting source for some MLMers, it's really not a favorite of iGenius. Um, and I would say to most people, a LinkedIn presence is unlikely to help you or hurt you in MLM, unlike putting MLM on a resume, which actually could hurt you. And I am going to produce some content on that subject in the future. Folks, your skills, knowledge, and experience are far too valuable to waste in an MLM. I'll see you in the next one.